I just want to bring everybody up to date with the validity of what this company has to offer. So the next program that we're going to talk about is ID SecureNet Plus. ID SecureNet Plus is so powerful today because America's #1 crime today is identity theft. Has anybody besides myself been a victim of identity theft? Say aye. Aye. All right, fantastic. Identity theft is so powerful that when I became a victim of identity theft, I was here in New Jersey, well, New York. I live in New Jersey, but I was in New Jersey, and someone used the credit card that I had in my pocket and spent over $1,500 on my debit card in California. I don't know how it happened, and I don't know why it happened, but it was a very tough time, especially during Christmas holiday time. Just imagine that happening to you, Alfred, during Christmas time. You plan to buy Nadia and also Kyle some presents and gifts, and all your money's wiped out. Not only would you be frustrated, but I believe that Kyle and Nadia would be very frustrated too, right? So, with this identity theft program and Identity SecureNet Plus, the main thing that America is excited about is that you're going to get $20,000 worth of reimbursement insurance. $20,000 of reimbursement insurance if anything happens to you or your identity, and this covers you for your passport, your license, your credit cards, everything that's connected to your name is going to actually be covered under this. God forbid something happens to our identity theft, you're going to have $20,000 in reimbursement insurance that they're going to actually provide for you in the case of your identity theft. Is that pretty powerful, Walcott? Pretty powerful, right? All right, so what comes, this service that's been offered to America, there's three things that we're known for. It's to deter, detect, and also defend. Okay, it's the 3 Ds. All right, so what comes with the deter side of it? You're going to get proactive ID monitoring services. What the monitoring service is going to do for you, the monitoring service is going to provide 24/7, 365 automatic circulation for your social security number and your identity. Make sure nobody's bothering what you have going on. Personal example is in the case of Walcott, right? Okay, fantastic. Walcott, if you're out here, if you reside in New York City, and someone is using your information out in California, let's say the same thing happens to you, what's going to happen is after that first purchase, or if someone even has your card, or there's even an access to someone having your card out somewhere else, this company is going to call you and make sure, they're going to say, hey, Walcott, are you out in this particular area? And if not, they're going to shut everything down so it doesn't go to the furthest extent of identity theft. But again, you have to have reimbursement. All right, so that's the proactive ID monitoring in regards to that. Next, you have the ID restoration. Okay, so if you have been a victim of identity theft, and also for those that haven't been a victim of identity theft, this is one of the things where they say 80%, there's, out of everybody that's here, right? Everybody, there's an 80% chance that you have something that's wrong on your credit report, somewhere within there. But when you get connected, that's what happened with me also. Because I didn't know, I thought just like everybody else, nah, not me, I wouldn't be a victim of identity theft. But when they do the research and they start digging in and they find 5, 10 years and they go back 15 years ago, there's some things on there that's probably not yours. There's an 80% chance that something's not on there. So that's what the ID restoration does for you, is it goes in and it manages it and it digs up as much stuff as they possibly can. And they'll ask you, hey, I see that you never had a driver's license before, but yet I see someone made a purchase in your car. Made a purchase of a car. I have a partner out in North Carolina. She's about 22 years old. She's in college, right? She had over $155,000 in debt based off of identity theft. It's a college student. Her name is very big story. When we was out in Dallas, they did a whole special on her. But the fact remains that over $155,000. What they did was they went to Africa. They bought new cars. They bought new houses. They did all of this for her. In her name. And she had no idea what was going on. She didn't even have the funds to buy a new car. She had problems with her car. She needed to take it to the shop, but she couldn't get it done because of her credit was completely messed up. But yet somebody else, her car was struggling, right? But everybody else, the other people, they're buying brand new cars with her money, right? But when she goes to try to get her car fixed, she didn't have the money to actually do it. So, long story short, $155,000 in identity theft, right? It cost her $40,000 to get her name back. How long did it take? Yeah, the $40,000 is pretty bad. But how long did it take that whole process? It took her 4 years to get her name back. 4 years. She had to take time off, years off from school because she couldn't afford school. She couldn't finish up in college. So now she's back in college, but it's 4 years later, all because of identity theft. So this right here, the restoration is absolutely, absolutely powerful. Wow. The next component of this is a family legal assistance. Anything from a traffic ticket, a parking ticket, to a divorce, to a bankruptcy. You have over 20,000 different attorneys that you can have on retainment. And actually some of us in here have actually already used it, which is pretty exciting as well. IRS problems, civil or government claims, also obtaining goods, services, or government benefits. You have an attorney on retainment that you can actually use with this service, okay? Next program is a program called National Child ID. Okay, National Child ID is really, really huge. The government reports, well, the FBI reports that over 800,000 children go missing every single year. That's about every 40 seconds a child goes missing, right? With this Child ID program, you're going to actually get an inkling. You're going to get cheek swabs. You're also going to get fingerprinting for your children. So in the case, if God forbid your children do go missing, the FBI says that you increase your chances 90% if you are finding your children in the case if they go missing with this Child ID kit. The Child ID kit, for everyone that wants to know, it's free. With this service, it's absolutely free for the first one. The second one, we still get a huge discount, where the second one and every one thereafter is only $5. I think that's absolutely it. All right, so the last component of this is the roadside assistance. Roadside assistance, anybody have a car, say aye? Aye. All right, fantastic. So you can register up to 4 vehicles in one household with this program. Whether you lock your keys in your car, whether you ran out of gas, whether you need a new tire, whether your transmission blows out on the road, you just need a tow, you can register up to 4 cars, and it's up to $75. You sign and drive. I've been linked up with the company for several years. I've only heard of 2 experiences where it was over $75. Okay, so I think that's absolutely powerful as well. And yeah, that with the ID SecureNet Plus, for an individual or for an entire household to have this program, it is only $19.95 a month. And I believe that's extremely powerful. $19.95 a month to have that ID SecureNet Plus program. Okay, so the third program that we're